Have you ever seen a beach? Don't answer that question, I will answer it for you. Yes, you have. Have you ever seen the sea? Yes, you have. Have you ever seen the beach next to the sea? Why, yes, you have. But the vital question today, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen a beach that is not next to the sea? No ocean, no water whatsoever, just a beach. And the answer to that is no. No, you have not. Well, if you keep watching this video, everything will change. Your entire lives will become filled with value, hope and joy. Because today we are going to find just a beach. You might be thinking, this does not look like a beach. Well, you'd be correct. This isn't the beach. I was on my way to the beach and the sat-nav brought me down some stupidly narrow lane, and I was just about to complain about it, but I saw this place and I pulled in because of the view. But before we get back on, I think this is the perfect place to test out my new toy. So this is a new drone. It's called the Hover X1. So to take this thing off, it is so simple. You literally press one button. You hold it out in front of yourself like that, and in a matter of seconds, the propellers will start up and it will take off. And now it's just going to hover there. It will track me, so if I move around here, the thing is now facing me this way. And if I move around here, it will come back. And to make it land, you simply put your hand out and it lands back in your hand. So I met my friend Lindsay the other day in London and we went to some crazy park and tested it out. Now what I was planning on doing was comparing this to my other drone, but then I realised that this isn't really a drone. I mean it is, but it's not. You can think of this more as a fully automated flying selfie camera. Now there's something that I haven't yet tried and I really want to try it. So as you can hear when this thing's flying, you can hear the propellers if you're filming and you've got a microphone attached to your camera. But if you connect this to your phone and you use your phone as the microphone, apparently it will somehow remove the noise of the propellers so that you can get clear audio of your voice. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a go now. If this works, I'm going to be really impressed. So this is the audio coming straight from the camera, and obviously you can hear the drone and you can hear me as well. So if you can now hear my voice without the sound of the drone, that is pretty impressive. It's probably not going to be super clear audio of my voice, but if you could just hear me at all, that is a winner. But now, ladies and gentlemen, for the most important test of them all. Can this thing take off and fly with a pigeon blue-tacked to its lid? Take to the skies, you beautiful bird. Look at it go! This is a true feat of engineering. Have you ever seen anything quite like this? I cannot believe my eyes. The pigeon has taken to the skies. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the best day of my life. Come on, come on. Oh yes, look at it. It's literally coming back. I'm sorry, but that officially makes this the world's best drone. Now, in fact, I can literally now just walk about wherever I want and have my pigeon flying behind me like a little pet. Gotta love the look of confusion on the strangers whilst you fly your pet pigeon. I am 100% coming back to this location at some point to park up for the night. It's well nice around here, and I found a couple of walks behind the van that are just screaming to be explored. But yeah, that little drone, honestly, I'm really impressed with that. I'm going to stick a link down below for it, but if you're going to buy it, don't expect it to be like one of these big expensive drones that you can fly half a mile away and start circling it around some lighthouse or something, because it's not designed for that. It is literally designed to track you, follow you around and get some good selfie videos. But we're running out of daylight, so right now we need to get a move on and find this beach. We have arrived. We're not at the oceanless beach, but we're at the place where you park to get to the oceanless beach. So we're going to take a little walk. I used to come and stay here a lot as a kid. We knew a family that owned a bungalow along here. So the memories that I got attached to this place are unbelievable. I used to absolutely love it. So we'd all come down and stay quite often, and right out the back of the bungalow is where the oceanless beach is. I mean, for all I know, knowing what the UK's like, it might be a block of flats by now, but fingers crossed. Alright, I am approaching something that looks like an oceanless beach, but this isn't where the bungalow is, so unless there's another one that I never used to know about. There is. Check this out. I am literally on a beach with no water, no ocean, no sea, Not even a puddle in sight. So I've never been up to that back bit before, but the bungalow used to be like in the distance over there. So I'm just going to keep walking through and hopefully we'll get to the back of it. Before I forget, it wouldn't be a real trip to a beach if you didn't do this. I think I've found the old bungalow. All we're going to have to do now is find the little bit of woodland where we used to make a den. See, I won't film any further from the other side of the bushes for their privacy's sake, but that's where we used to stay, and those woods there are where we used to make the den. Back in the day, it used to seem like half a mile away. We used to make hand signals to get their attention in the distance. But it turns out we probably could have just shouted. But nonetheless, we need to get inside the den. Right, how do we get in here then? Let's just force our way in, I guess. It's mine anyway. I claimed it. Well, that's it. Welcome to my den, guys. You lot are privileged, I'm telling you. I never used to let anyone in here except my brother. I've just realised this battery on the camera here is on 10%. So I'm just going to head up to the centre of the beach to take one last glorious drone shot. And then we're going to head back to the van. Before we lose all daylight, I want to show you what's been happening in here. So, the floor. You might think you've seen the floor, but you haven't. This is a brand new one. Everyone was telling me not to get vinyl, and in my last van, I got vinyl and it was absolutely fine. But it was a smaller van. In this van, I thought I'd risk it, put vinyl flooring down, and as I was moving this kitchen unit around, it got a little rip in it around here. So I ripped it up and I've replaced it with this, which looks the same, but it's called safety outro flooring, and it's a lot more hard wearing and durable. So that is the first job that I've done. The next thing was I have finally carpeted the door. So I've put this panel on, cut out obviously a section for the window, and there will be a blind fitted to that shortly. Now I know you've already seen the kitchen, but this has now been secured down onto the floor and against the wall as well. But finally, the piece that I'm so proud of is my bedboard. I've cut this out literally by hand with a jigsaw. It's come out really nice and straight, and I've edged it with this self-adhesive silicone stuff to make it look nice. There will be a door on there eventually as well, so that you won't be able to see through to the garage, and I've used pocket hole screws to secure it in place so that it's nice and solid and it's not going anywhere. And the next job will be the electric, so you should hopefully see that next week. I've got a full setup from 12 Volt Planet. They're an amazing company. They've literally got every single thing that you need when it comes to electrics in your van. So rather than shopping around loads of different places, I went straight to them and got the entire lot delivered to me. But right now the camera's about to die, so I'm going to stick that on charge. I'm hot as anything, so I'm going to put the max fan on, lay in bed for about half an hour, figure out where I'm going to stay tonight, and I'll catch you guys once it's getting dark. It is well and truly dark now. I've just been laying in bed for ages and thinking about where I can park up for the night. I mean, I like it here, but it's not the best place to wake up. I was looking at all my options, and then I realised, why am I even looking when I found the perfect park up earlier? Rather than waiting for another day, I might as well just go there now. We are back at the secret park up. There is nobody here as predicted. Right, where do we go? Same spot as earlier, but I reckon facing the other way so that I can see out my side window. Night mode within the Pigeon has been well and truly activated. Oh, there is actually one more thing I forgot to show you. I didn't have it with me last time, but I now have my chopping board. This is made of the same stuff, obviously, that the worktop's made of, and it just sits neatly inside the sink. But whilst we're on the topic of the sink, a few people were saying that my sink was the wrong way round. Let's just get that out of the equation. So basically they were saying the flap should go up that way, and that is how we usually makes them, but I personally requested it to be this way round for a reason. So if I wanted to use the sink and this work surface at the same time, and there was a big flap in the middle, my arm would get in the way. I wouldn't be able to access anything over here. But now that I have this extra chopping surface, it also makes more sense, because now I can just freely move between the two, and as a little addition, it's kind of acting as a bit of a splashback for the induction hob as well. And talking of the induction hob, exciting times. I've never turned it on yet, but tomorrow morning I'm going to try to use it to make my breakfast. I don't 100% know if this power station's going to run it, and I also don't know if my pan that I've got is an induction pan, but we can only hope. It can't go as wrong as things have gone in here before with the old gas hob. It also won't be too much longer before I have hot running water in here, and I'll be able to use proper cutlery and wash it up rather than these things that are just horrible. I mean, ow!
But the bed front is now on, as well as the back.
I have stumbled upon an absolute gem of a park up here. Obviously, as you saw, in the daytime, it's beautiful. And at night, it is silent. And I mean silent. Pure silence. Unadulterated, unfiltered silence. Mixed in with a little bit of noise. But mainly silence. I just got to see now in the morning how many dog walkers there are and things like that. But if it's quiet in the morning as well, I think I'm onto a winner here and I'll be frequenting this place quite a bit. The big question on everybody's lips, is there enough signal to watch a YouTube? Well, it's loaded up, so yes, it looks like there is. I think I am going to get me some sleep because I'm looking forward to the morning when I cook my breakfast, hopefully on my induction hob. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss that. I mean, riveting stuff, right? You can watch action movies at a cinema, you can watch all this mad, expensive, high-budget stuff, or you can watch some geezer parked in a field cooking breakfast on his new induction hob. Come to think of it, why the hell do people watch me? If anyone's got the answer to that, why the hell do you watch me? Put it down in the comments. I don't even need to say fingers crossed for a peaceful night here because I just know it's going to happen. Oh, it's that moth! I missed it. This little tiny moth has been floating around in here all night. Well, he's not floating. I mean, he's got wings, so he's flying. Imagine if they just floated. Why the hell did my fly net not even work? It's supposed to catch... Oh, I suppose it's not a fly, it was a moth. I don't have a moth net, do I?
So if anybody does want additional work doing, windows, skylights...
As predicted, I slept exquisitely well. I love this place. But right now, it's breakfast time. We've got to do what we came to do. No more messing around. We need to test out the induction hob of dreams. We are making eggy bagels with Marmite. I've already whisked up the egg and I've got my pan ready. I think this pan's going to work. It doesn't say induction on it, but I looked it up on Amazon and it says on there that it works. For now, the wire for that induction just comes out of the cupboard. Obviously, it will be installed to my full electric system when that goes in at the back. But I've just got it coming out into this power station. So if we hit that button, it should come on. Yes, she's on. We're going to stick a load of oil in there. This happens to be criminal activity seed oil. What the hell are you doing out there? That's my garden. Get out. Oh, I see. You've come to enjoy my view, have you? Don't look at my tractor. Get out of here. Trespassers, honestly. How dare they? Where were we? So, on. Coat the bagel in the eggy goodness. Turn it around. Give it a good splashing both sides. Oh, it's been on for all of about 30 seconds. And it is cooking. I mean, it's working a beaut. I just don't like that sort of buzzing noise it's making. I don't know if you can hear it because the power station's also making a noise. Right, let's see how she's doing. Let's get her out. Let's get her out. I think she's ready. Right, let's pause that. Yeah, she's a beauty. We smear a load of Marmite all over it. We don't want to put too much of this on because if you overdo it, we do risk it tasting like hell on earth. Looks like a success to an extent, but I am a little bit worried about that high-pitched buzzing noise that's coming from the induction hob. So if anyone knows if that's normal, put it in a comment down below. But now there is one thing left. Ah, there's that moth! Ah, missed it. Right, one thing left to do now is put this in my face hole. It tastes like the Bank of England, like back in the day before they robbed everyone's money. Delicious, that is the one. I'm going to crack on and eat this, check out the amazing view. Oh, by the way, this driver's seat has to stay like this because there's going to be a unit behind it, but this one I'm going to have on a swivel at some point soon, so I'll be able to turn this around. This thing can pop up as a little table and I'll be able to eat my breakfast whilst looking at the nice view. But for now, I'm just going to stand up and eat like an absolute weirdo. Enjoy. Well, you're not going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy. I was going to go for a little walk, but the rain keeps coming on and off, so I thought I'd give that one a miss today. But I am going to be back here because it is so nice. I'd consider that a successful camp. That second eggy bagel, by the way, was better than the first. It's still making that ringing noise on the pan, but I'll figure that one out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and also, as always, a massive thank you to anyone who's donated to the channel by buying me a brain cell through the link in the description below. Next week we should be making a start on the electrics, but I'll also obviously be doing an adventure as well because I don't like doing pure build videos. But with that being said, there is an entire build video coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I really appreciate the support. You're all a bunch of legends, and I'll catch you guys next week.